you can divide this international business benefit into two. One is what is the benefit for a country. The other country can actually go and optimally utilize the other resources. So that is what if you know what exactly you are supposed to manufacture because of the resources which you have. Now Japan, after the hit of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, how Japan was and how Japan is right now. Per kg of ragi will be more than what South Indians are actually giving it in the domestic market. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Business Studies in Vidhyashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students here. Now here we'll understand the benefits of international business. Now international business in the sense it involves international trade as well as the other wide spectrum of the business. That means where the manufacturer will go with it, how the marketing happens, how the sales happen, the promotion, the marketing research, marketing survey, the transportation, and it involves everything. So the benefit of international business, we are supposed to know that what exactly it is. Here if you understand that the complexity of the business is too much, but still let's go for the positive thing. That is, if we go internationally, what all will happen? The first thing is you will get more new products. That is the first thing. The second thing you need to understand is you will know how the other people are living with those products, as well as how their food habitat is, how their clothing is, how they dress up, how they use the gadgets. Everything you will understand better in international business. So meanwhile, we need to also understand that we'll also transform our business to internationally. That means we'll get more customer, and you can divide this international business benefit into two. One is what is the benefit for a country and what is the benefit for the firm. That is, which company, if ever they go for international, what are the benefits they'll also get. Plus, I'll tell you, whenever we go internationally, our economy will also grow. So talk about the economy, and talking about the economy, what really happens is we need to understand that the international business is quite very wider scope, where people whoever goes internationally will always get a benefit, but there is also a limitation which I'll be talking about it, because you are supposed to go with more rules and regulation, and plus you need to also learn the land of law. That is a law of the land, you are supposed to go with it. Now here, notwithstanding greater complexity and risk, international business is important to both nations and business firm. That is the first thing. It offers them several benefits. Growing realization of these benefits over time has in fact been a contributory factor to the expansion of trade and investment amongst nations, resulting in the phenomenon of globalization. So when we understand this globalization term, right? Globalization, please understand, whenever we go internationally, we always consider the entire globe has single market. When we go with it, we can know what other country people are using, as well as they also can know what our people are also using. So that is what the reality of globalization is. That means a single market where anybody can buy, anybody can sell. So these are the benefits to the country. The first one is earning of foreign exchange. That is what the country will go with it. Say USA is there, India, China, Sri Lanka, Nepal, all these countries are there. They get this foreign exchanges. That is what is the first benefit. Second is more efficient use of resources. Say there are too many countries and too many resources, but if they don't know how exactly they are supposed to deal with it, then what happens is the other country can actually go and optimally utilize the other resources. So that is what the benefit of it. Say example, we have so many countries here, right? And if say example, now here we are in India and we have few resources which Indians, they don't know how to use it. Now say any other countrymen, they'll come and they'll do the international business in India. They can actually tell the Indians that these are the products and which you people can make money. That is how we actually started to export tea, coffee, wheat. The reason is through international business. Next is improving growth perspective and employment potentials. That is the employment, whoever were like unemployed, they can get employment because of the cheap labor system. It can be, or it can be people whoever can go abroad and work. So all these things are what it will add on to the country's benefit. Next is increased standard of living. Now one can always go for the higher standard of living. Say example, if there is a person in India who is qualified and he really wants to take more work and get more money. So what he can do is, instead of working in India, he can go and work abroad. When you go with it, the foreign exchange, please understand, there are few countries whose currency is more than Indian currency. So what happens is, if you go there and work, you'll probably get more money than what you were getting when you are in India. So what happens is, your increased standard of living will also be increased. So let's check the first one, earning of foreign exchange. International business helps in the country to earn foreign exchange, which it can later use for meeting its imports of capital goods, technology, petroleum, products and fertilizers. Now these are the things which you are supposed to know, that the international business helps a country to earn foreign exchange, which it can later use for meeting its importers for the product, now which otherwise might not be available domestically. Now there are few items which domestically you will not get it. So here, through the foreign exchange, what happens is, what they have we can actually get it, as well as what they don't have we can give it to them. So this is how the importing and exporting happens. Say example, I'll give you one example of technology and petroleum. Though we go with the petroleum domestically, we have a few of the petroleum kind of a tanks, but here what happens is, if you need to cater the entire population of India, you are not able to cater it. That's the reason we take it from the Gulf country. Now what happens is, we get the earnings of foreign exchanges. The same way technology, there are n number of countries where the technology is greater than Indian technology. So we can actually know technical know-how, that is how those people are able to cope up with the latest technology, and we can understand. That is how the exchange program happens. More efficient use of resources. As stated earlier, international business operates on the simple principle, that is, produce what your country can produce more efficiently and trade the surplus production so generated within the other country to procure what they can produce more efficiently. That is what it is. So that means, if you know what exactly you are supposed to manufacture, because of the resources which you have, you are supposed to manufacture more so that you can export those items. But the same way, you are supposed to also know that you should go with what more efficient of the resources. Use of the resources means, India is very famous for wheat, rice, jowar, and there are so many other items which India is exporting to other countries. Now you can utilize your resources and optimally use them and convert them into cash. That is what, when you go with it, then it is also an increment for you, plus it is a bonus for the country, because country is also getting more money out of taxes. So more efficient use of resources you people can go with. Improving growth prospect and employment potential. Please understand, a few countries such as Singapore, South Korea and China, which saw markets for their products in the foreign country, embarked upon the strategy export and flourish, and soon became the star performer of the entire world map. The same way, this helped them not only in improving their growth and perspective, but also created opportunity for employment of people living in these countries. Now here, please understand, the few countries, now I am just giving you the countries names, say Singapore, South Korea and China, which saw markets for their products in the foreign countries embarked. Now only when you are doing a product or making a product which the entire world will accept it, then what happens is, you people are in demand. Now, just an example of Japan. Now, Japan, after the hit of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, how Japan was and how Japan is right now. The same way, if you understand China and India relationship with the foreign, now there is a lot of difference between Indian country and the Chinese country. Now, the problem here is, now Chinese are the people who does every product in a different way, where the other people always want to go and try at least one product of China. Whether it is good or bad, they definitely want to go and try for it. But when you compare this with India, now it is like probably 10 to 15 years back. Now there are people who are trying to take or trying to buy the Indian product, that is make in India concept is what it is, and it is going good. Now here, why I'm telling you all this is, Singapore was not a very famous country, but only because of tourism, because of the product which they manufacture. Now it is also a very good country where you have the very standard economy. And if you compare South Korea and China, what happens is, there are many people who are working in many countries where their standard of living is high. The only reason is why, because they have the prospect and employment potential. That means they want to go anywhere wherever they have the potential crowd, and they'll go and they'll sell it. That is why the international business is very famous in South Korea and China. Next one we have is increased standard of living. In the absence of international trade of goods and services, it would not have been possible for the world community to consume goods and services produced in other countries. That the people in these countries are able to consume and enjoy a higher standard of living. So here what happens is, there are few countries who doesn't have all the electrical gadgets, or say the whatever the products are used in the developed nation. Now through international business, what happens is, they can get a chance of knowing what are the products, they can get a chance of how to use the product, plus they'll also get to know that these are the type of product which other people are using it, so why can't we use it? So here what happens is, they'll also get one kind of exposure of the products plus the business plus the services. I'll give an example here. Now in 1970s, 1990s, if you go with those 20 years of slot, you had a very big television. That television was, say it is like 7 kgs or 10 kgs. That big it was. Now what happened is, you need to understand there are three type of nation which you are supposed to know. One is developed nation, underdeveloping nation, and developing nation. If you understand these three nations here, what happens is, after the product is saturated in a developed nation, that product will be moved to a developing nation. After it was saturated, then it will actually be thrown to the underdeveloped nation. Now what is happening through globalization and international businesses, if a product is launched in any of the country, that will be launched in all the nation, that is developed nation, underdeveloping nation, and developing nation. When you go with it, then what happens is, everybody have an equal opportunity to buy those products. When they want to go and buy the product, what happens is, their standard of living will always increase, because they feel like taking it, and that is the urge where they'll work more. So this is the concept of going with the increased standard of living. And next we have is benefits to firms. Now what the benefits will be for the firms, please understand. Prospect for higher profit, because you will get more customer, you can actually go for higher profit. Increased capacity utilization, prospect for growth. Then you have way out of intense competition in the domestic market. Now in the domestic market, you'll have more competition if you compare with international. But let me be very frank with you, there are only few international market where you will get more competition, but if you go with that, there are less competition for international but more competition for domestic. Improved business vision. So you should always have a vision and a mission. So when you go for international business, you will always have an improved vision. The first one, prospect for higher profit. International business can be more profitable than the domestic business. When the domestic prices are lower, business firms can earn more profit by selling their products in countries where prices are high. Say example, there are few products where the demand is less in one's country. Now what happens is, when demand is less, supply will definitely be more. When supply is more, what happens is the price will be lesser. Now here what happens is, if you have those products and if you want to export it to a country where demand is high for those products, now what happens is, you will get more profit. That is what the advantage is for the firm. Increase the capacity utilization. Many firms set up production capacity for the product which are excess of demand in the domestic market by planning overseas expansion and procuring orders from foreign customers. They can think of making use of their surplus production capacity and also improve the profitability of the firm and the operations. Now here what happens is, when you have more capacity, you are supposed to utilize it. How exactly will you utilize it is, you will go with the expansion and procurement order from the foreign customer. So you are supposed to manufacture the product. Now when you manufacture the product, you'll always think about where to export. When you try to export more to the foreign nation, what happens is, the price of the product whichever you are making will be lesser than what the product sales will be in the foreign. That means you will have more profit, plus you will have the capacity of utilization which will be increased. So these are the two things which happens in the international business benefits to a firm. The third one is prospect for growth. Now the first two, if you understand, the production will be more. If production is more, there are people who are dying to get those products. When they are dying to get those products, the demand is high in that country. Now when you have more demand in the country, what happens is, that will actually give you a prospect of growth. That is, you will get more money. Now business firm finds it quite frustrating when demand of their product starts getting saturated in the domestic market. Such firm can considerably improve prospect of their growth by plunging into overseas markets. Now here what happens is, say in India we have ragi which has been cultivated, which is produced in South India. Now say example of ragi. Now there is no more or much demand of ragi within South India, but if you export ragi to some other country where there is no demand, there is no supply at all, now what happens is, per kg of ragi will be more than what South Indians are actually giving it in the domestic market. So that is what will happen. If you understand the entire international market and the international business, you can actually expand your business and you can make more money with less investment. Way out of intense competition. Now when competition in the domestic market is very intense, international or internationalization seems to be the only way to achieve significant growth. Highly competitive domestic market drives many companies to go international in search of markets for their products. Now please understand here, that is how many of the people, say example MTR. Now MTR, when they started with ready-made dosa, idli and all the other kind of a food, when they found that the demand of the MTR was very less in India, or first they started to analyze the demand was very less in South India, later they started to actually give it to the North India as well, and the entire India, the Indians, they actually went with MTR, MDH, all the masalas. Later what happened is, when they found that the demand is less in this country, they started to export it. When they started to export it, what happens is, because of the high intense competition of domestic market, that is the reason they actually went and they started to export. Later what happened, many people from USA, England, Kenya, all other places, they started to buy these products in bulk. Now MTR as well as MDS, they are in a very good position only because of international market. Improved business vision. Now the growth of international business of many companies is essentially a part of their business policy or strategic management. That means whenever you go with any of the vision or a mission, anybody who wants to start a business, they first think that whether they are supposed to go with domestic or internationally. When they get saturated in domestic, they always plan for international. But now what has happened is, now they only concentrate much on international. Say example, the flowers. There are many flowers in Ooty which has been exported from Ooty to different part of the world. The reason is they don't sell those flowers in the domestic market at all, because their vision is what? They want to get more money from the abroad. Now there is a place called Goa. In Goa there is a place called South Goa. In South Goa, what happens near the Port Blair? What happens is they cultivate much of flowers which is only for exporting. Now, if you go and if you want to buy one flower or 100 flowers also, they'll not give you even a single flower. The reason is they feel that these flowers should be only to be exported where they get in dollars. So that is what they plan. The reason is what? Their vision is very much intact and they only go for foreign trade. So these are the things which you people should know, that the benefit is for the firm as well as for the country. Now, if you have understood this, I'm hoping that you will have a lot of questions, lot of queries. You can actually call us. We're always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.